And already the container has been anchored and established. In fact, I see a sacred circle, a circle that is so wide, there's almost no perimeters to it. It's all inclusive. And each and every one is within this sacred cosmic circle of illumined light. It is blazing with the fire of illumination, the radiance of love, radiance of the divine creator that is love. Its radiance is beyond description in human terms. With this idea of the circle never ending, no beginning, no end, the Alpha and the Omega, ever expanding, creating, moving within itself and moving outside of itself. A divine, sacred creation of everything, anchored in love. The true source, the true beginning, the never-ending story. And see clearly in your spiritual eye these great circles of light, and there's one that's for you specifically. And wherever you find yourself in this now moment, see clearly in your spiritual eye a blazing hoop, a blazing circle coming from the highest celestial realms of light, descending into the lower vibrations, descending with mission and purpose. And this purpose, this focus is on you individually and as a divine collective. For the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten, who through all the challenges, the distortions, the miscreations, still move forward on their path and begin to look as all things as a blessing, whether that blessing be forthright or a blessing in disguise, a blessing nonetheless. And we say to you, beloveds, as you begin to see the world, to transcend the frequency vibration of distortion, the frequency vibration of misalignments and miscreations, we say to you, beloveds, those that have moved on this path steadily, in spite of all of the challenges, all of the things that are not known, and indeed the fears that would come up as you have pursued your path of light, to bring in the spiritual aspects of yourself anchored more deeply into your day-to-day lives, even the physical, mental, and emotional expression of a three-density world. We say to you that a frequency platform has been created, a new platform of new visions and purposes, new abilities and new insights, higher creational forces at your fingertips. And indeed, beloveds, we say to you, as powerful Elohims, as powerful co-creators, the path of resistance begins to now dissolve. For training has been well, and training has been good. And whether those challenges were embraced or not, the gift it has brought you in this now moment, the gift is you are still here. The gift, you continue on your path of light. The gift is the higher heart of compassion, and unconditional love becomes more expansive in your day-to-day lives. The gift is that you are a great alchemist, and that you indeed are co-creations of great transformation, transfiguration, and transcendence. And we say to you, beloveds, in this now moment, that all of your path in this lifetime and others have brought you to this now moment. And so you breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath and a re-remembering of who you truly are. As each sacred in-breath and out-breath reminds you of your connection of the source of all creation. That indeed you breathe the divine as the divine breathes through you. And as you remember to allow those higher parts of yourself to begin to take over more of your physical, mental, and emotional expressions in a three-dimensional and three-density world, the path becomes more illumined, more clear, and more directional. Less confusion, less distortion. And so as this ring of fire blazes around you, bringing forth the higher frequencies and illuminations of the higher parts of yourself, indeed, the gifting of the higher self and all that that is connected to the highest realms of light, the most radiance of various light worlds, all now integrated, moving and processing in a great alignment in this now moment, encircling you in this ring of fire, holding the divine codes and remembrance of who you truly are, to pierce through the delusions and the illusions, beginning to awake from the dream, and the remembering that you are the higher creator of all that is and what you experience. And so as you now walk the path of greater illumination, understanding, and remembering, your radiance and auric field begin to blend into this ring of fire, integrating the frequencies by your conscious choice. And as you choose to breathe each and every sacred in-breath and out, this integration of this higher ring of fire, the flame that you hold within your own heart space, begins to integrate and align as divine flames and sparks of the highest celestial realms of light spark into the very light that you hold within you. Indeed, in the heart center, as there is always a heart center in your creation. And in these heart centers is the expansiveness of creation. And so you breathe the holy sacred in-breath and out, even as the ring of fire begins to integrate more deeply within the flame that you carry. And as this flame begins to expand, ever raising in frequency, intensity, and radiance, activating the higher parts of yourself, integrating and braiding it into your physical, mental, and emotional expressions. Each and every sacred holy in-breath and out encapsulates this divine sacred grace and alchemy taking place in this now moment. As your great flame expands beyond the ring of fire. And indeed, all of the rings of fire for those connected in heart and mind in this now moment collectively expands to the cosmic ring of fire, into the very edges of continual creation, the expansiveness beyond description, but yet you are all part of it. For each and every thought, each and every experience, each and every choice is part of this collective ring of fire that moves in all directions at once, is all things at once. And so you breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath as these divine and sacred codes of remembrance, holy alignments, perfect balance, and anchored peace find a resonant field within your circumference of ever-expanding light and love, a living light, a present light, moving in the undulating favor of unconditional love, feeling, sensing, and knowing the integration that has taken place. Very much the nervous system in its frequency alignment to this grace that flows in, to this flame that you hold, encompassing all parts of your physiology, your biology, into all the subtle bodies that you are part of. And with ease and grace, this integration, this coherence becomes more anchored in your physical, mental, and emotional field. And as this ever expanding, eternal ring of fire, encompassing divine, holy, sacred codes of creation, we say to you, beloveds, bring now into your heart's dreaming all those things that you would see for the sacred earth, all those things that you would see and experience for all the great kingdoms of the sacred earth. Bring into your heart space, and using the power of your thought to bring forth the creation that you would create in the world, that you move and have your biology in. What is it that you would create? What is it that you would heal? What is it that needs purification? What is it that needs remembrance? In this now sacred holy space, in the height of your great power, we say to you, O Elohim, O divine creator, how would you create the new earth? How would you bring the higher vibrations into the human kingdom, into the hearts and minds of all living beings, upon the earth, within the earth, in all of her expressions, how would you co-create? See clearly in your thoughts and in your power of imagination to bring in those pictures and colors and harmonics. How would you create a better world, a higher world, a new golden age in this epoch of time? How would you create? How would you reconstruct and bring in a new Eden tree onto the earth, into all creation? See clearly, beloveds, as you begin to consciously use your great power of creation and the ability to see pictures and imagine a beautiful future, the ability to bring forth the power of the mind, the frequency of thoughts, and the power of word vibrations in your creational process. As we remind you that can be done in your personal experience as well as for the collective. So in this now moment, with each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, ever integrating, braiding in the cosmic ring of fire, as you contribute into its creational process of bringing in the higher vibrations and light and the undulating waveforms of unconditional love to create in the highest radiance of the Creator, the Most High Creator, the highest alignment of the Source Creator, of Father, Mother, God, to bring in that perfect balance into this creation, to bring in the anchored peace and the illumined joy, to bring in the higher vibrations beyond the distortions, piercing through the limitations of gravity, piercing through the illumined beyond the filament and into the source. As you're remembering of the truth of who you truly are, the power that you hold, so we ask you, beloveds, to take this moment now and create the world as you see it. Create the world as you imagine it, to bring forth your heart's desire in constructing a new earth, a new golden age in this epoch of time. Bring forth your heart's dreaming, those of your individual wishes, prayers, and for the divine collective. And now the thought of the return comes. And we remind ourselves to think of this experience before sleep time. This ring of fire, the integration, the grace, the alchemy taking place continues. We prepare ourselves to step down the energy as the most radiant ones who have held the platform for us begin to draw in their electromagnetic field, and we know to do the same. Easily but methodically, we draw in our electromagnetic field to be anchored into our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. We will be back awake and alert on the count of 3. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3, we are back. We are awake. We are alert. And we are anchored to the earth and grounded.